Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome back to my beauty stash. Are you ready for Valentine's Day? Are you in the V-Day spirit? If not, I'm about to get you ready for Valentine's Day. I picked up the brand new NATASHA DENONA Love Collection for 2021. I ordered this straight from the NATASHA DENONA website and it made pretty good time getting to me. I will say I was very tempted to do the FedEx, was it the overnight or the 2-day shipping? But that was $25 and I was like, oh, I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna see how long it takes, and I'm really glad that I got free shipping and it arrived within 3 days. So way to go, NATASHA DENONA. I love to see NATASHA DENONA putting out these little 5-pan mini eyeshadow palettes. I think it's just such a great way to try her brand, since the majority of her eyeshadow palettes and other makeup products are high-end. They do have that high-end price tag as well. You get these 5 shades for $25. I decided to pick up the whole bundle, which included the palette, the lipstick, and the cheek palette, and that all came out to $80. Now, I didn't get the one with like the fancy box or anything. I think that one would have been like $90. You're gonna buy this for your wife, for your girlfriend, for Valentine's Day, you might want to pay the extra 10 bucks and get the one that comes in nicer packaging. Mine just came in a regular old NATASHA DENONA box, but to make it extra special, I would definitely upgrade to the nicer bundle. I had a little bit of sun, not a lot of sun, a little bit of sunshine was peeking through, so I was able to go outside and do some swatches of all of these products in natural lighting so that you can see what they're going to look like on a fair to light skin tone. So you will definitely be seeing those photographs before I get into the demo portion of the video, where I'm going to be creating 2 different looks for you guys using the eyeshadow palette and of course using the lipstick and the cheek palette. Now let me just quickly take you through the products up close before we get into the application portion of the video, and I can give you some prices on them as well in case you're only going to buy these as individual items. So this lipstick is the I Need a Nude lipstick in the shade 36 NP, and it's called Amorosa, and it has that beautiful pink packaging, and that is what Amorosa looks like. Really nice, of course, nude lipstick, but that looks like it's going to be a good shade match for my skin tone. And guys, on the lipstick component, it has a magnetic closure, so I really like that. And of course, the hot pink bullet is a really nice touch, especially for Valentine's Day. And I've used NATASHA DENONA lipsticks in the past. They are of really good quality. She has a great formula, and it's really buttery and smooth, and it just feels really nice on the lips. This is the 5-pan eyeshadow palette. This is the Mini Love palette, and I don't have her Valentine's Day release from last year, and it was a medium-sized eyeshadow palette, and I want to say that one was $60 or $65. It was $65. It is still available. I'll have that linked as well in the description box down below, as will I have the rest of these items. But I didn't pick that one up, and I want to say that this palette right here might include 1 or 2 shades from that larger palette, or these could all be new. I need to double check, and I will definitely leave it down here if they are all new or if these are pre-existing shades. But I want to say at least 1 or 2 could be in that palette, but not 100% sure. It's just a mini version, a mini take on that palette. That I do know. So in this palette, you get 2 matte shades, and then you get those 3 shimmer shades. I will say right now, and you're probably going to notice this in the swatch photograph, this middle shade right here, this dark purple matte shade, that did not swatch well at all. I actually had to swatch that 2 or 3 different times on my arm to get it to look somewhat decent. And that happens. We cannot go just by swatches alone. And especially on the arm, the eyeshadow is not going to go there anyway. We do that just so that you can see what the shade is going to look like when it's kind of just blended onto the skin. But the real application, what we really care about is how they're going to perform on the eyelid, since that is where you're going to place them. But I just wanted to give you a heads up with that. This shade down here at the end, or this was actually the first shade that I swatched, kind of had a little reflect, like a pink to gold to peach reflect in it. So not too sure. I don't think it's a duochrome. And that shade is called Love. Now we have the Love Cheek Duo, and look at that. That is just so pretty. Like you can just do this right all day long. Really, really nice. And then in here, of course you have a mirror, but I kept a little plastic on it. So this is a cream blush, and then you have the highlighter as well. Now in the swatch photos, you're gonna see where I swatch the blush by itself, the highlighter by itself, and then I swatch them together on top of each other, since that is likely how it's going to be blended onto the cheeks. So I really wanted to show that to you guys in case you were wondering how they looked on top of each other. But the highlighter is beautiful. It has like a pink, gold, purple reflect in there. Really, really pretty. And this cream blush is the perfect pink shade. Kind of has a little hint of coral in there as well. And surprise, surprise, the shade is called Pink Coral. Perfect, because that was the way I was describing it. I hadn't read the shade name on it. And the highlighter shade, this one is called Pink and Golden Champagne Duochrome. Awesome. So yeah, it definitely does look like a duochrome. That's really, really pretty with the heart details. Perfect, guys, getting you in that Valentine's Day spirit. I cannot wait to try all of these products out and show you guys how they're going to look on my fair to light skin tone. I also have, and this is actually something that I just bought a couple weeks ago, I bought the NATASHA DENONA Love Glow Cheek Palette. This was part of last year's Valentine's Day release, and I want to show this one to you guys. I haven't swatched this at all. It is brand new, but these right here are cream, and that's why they have the protector on it. And then these are the shimmer up here at the top. I will include some swatch photos of this next to the new one so we can see how the shades are going to compare. But let me just hold them up and you guys can see what that looks like. So the top one is obviously this year's, and then the bottom one is the one from last year. And I want to say that this shade right here, this shade looks a little bit like this shade in the eyeshadow palette. What do you guys think? So I'm definitely going to insert those swatch photos. That way you can kind of draw your own comparisons and kind of figure out, maybe you don't need the cheek palette, maybe you don't need the lipstick, maybe you don't want the eyeshadow palette, maybe all you want is the cheek palette. So definitely do that for you guys. And of course, you all know that I'm gonna do dupes. What I have in my collection that is super affordable, that if you guys already have, you might end up passing on this NATASHA DENONA Love Collection for 2021. Guys, I know makeup can get really expensive. I know there's just a lot of expenses right now in general, and we don't always have the money to spend $80 on buying a Valentine's Day collection, or the $25 for that matter on a new eyeshadow palette. Trust me, I completely understand. That's why I am hoping to share with you guys some dupes for these new items in the NATASHA DENONA Love Collection for 2021. That will be towards the end of the video. All right, guys, enough talking. Let's get into reviewing these products. I'm first gonna take you through swatches, then I'm just gonna play some music for you guys and have you watch me apply the products. And then at the end, I will give you my review, how I think these products performed, and I will share with you some dupes that you might already have in your collection. If you guys want to see the brand new NATASHA DENONA Love Collection for 2021 in action, keep on watching. guys. So this is the completed, or these are the completed looks using the new Natasha Denona Love Collection for 2021. Let me take you through the eye looks first, because I used a couple different things to create each look. Let's start with look number 1. For this look, I went in with 4 of the shades. I applied this shade right here all over the lid, and then of course I used the darker shade as my wing liner. And then for the lower lash line, I went in with this shade right here, and for the inner corner, I went in with this goldish shade right here. So the only shade I didn't use for look number 1 was this one right here. Everything blended out well. Looks pretty good. I like that dark purple as an eyeliner. And if you're wondering what brush I used, I went in with this KVD brush, and this is number 2. I will have what I used linked in the description box down below in case you want to pick any of it up. Some of them might be affiliate links, so if you do end up purchasing, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. And then for the waterline on the lower lash line, I went in with this ColourPop Cream Gel Liner, and this one is in the shade Amethyst Hour. And then the mascara is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. And that's how I achieved look number 1. For look number 2, I used all 5 shades. I started with the dark matte purple, and then I went into this shimmer shade right here in the middle of the lid. And then of course the light gold is what I used for the inner corner. And then kind of like all over, especially in the center, I used this pretty shade down here. And then I used this shade and a little bit of the dark purple on the lower lash line, as well as bringing in that light gold kind of a little bit on the inner corner of the lower lash line. For eyeliner, I went in with the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liquid Eyeliner in black. And for mascara, I used the same one from Benefit. And then on the lower waterline, I went in with the KVD. This is the Long Wear Pomade in the shade Roxy Purple. I just wanted to bring in some more purple into this look, so I thought the shade would be perfect for that. And then for the cheeks, guys, I didn't have any bronzer on. All I had was my foundation and a little bit of setting powder. So I went in first with the blush, and then I of course applied the highlighter on top, and I think it looks really, really pretty. And the brush I used to apply, I think I showed you this during the video, is the e.l.f. Putty Blush Brush, and it is a small stippling brush, which I think is perfect for applying cream blush and even cream contour or bronzer. I just think it picks up a little bit of product and you can build into your desired pigmentation. That's why I love these little stippling brushes for those cream products. But overall, guys, I'm happy with the look. I'm happy with the performance of all of the products. Oh, and the lipstick. I really like the lipstick. I think this is a good shade of nude for my skin tone, as well as to complement any look that you're going to create with the new Mini Love palette. So guys, my review, my final thoughts is that I think it is a very cute collection. It's actually an affordable collection when you think about it. When you look at the prices of other Natasha Denona products, for $80, you're getting these 3 things, which includes a 5-pan eyeshadow palette, a 2-pan cheek duo, and a lipstick. I think for Natasha Denona prices, I think it's very reasonably priced. And of course, I think it would make a great Valentine's Day gift or birthday gift or just a gift from me to me. So definitely consider it. I didn't have any problem blending out the shadows. Definitely the dark purple matte redeemed itself on the eye versus how it swatched on the arm. And I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. You just cannot go by arm swatches, guys. Sometimes they just need to go straight on the eye just to kind of see how it's going to perform versus just going by what you see swatched on an arm. Everything worked as I expected. I've never been disappointed, guys, with any of the mini palettes. I think the formula, she's pretty much perfected it, and it remains consistent through all of these last mini palette releases. And I think for $25, even if you just get this, I think there's so many different things you can do with it. It's perfect for the season, and actually this is a year-round palette. Don't just think, oh, it's Valentine's Day. No, it's love is year-round, and that is exactly what this collection is. I mean, who doesn't want to see this year-round, all this glitter floating in there? Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I'm really happy to welcome all of these products into my stash, and the lipstick just feels so nice on the lips. It's perfect nude shade. But What if you can't buy anything? What if you're telling me, Steph, I am on a huge budget. I cannot afford to buy any of the Natasha Denona collection. What do I have in my stash? What can I use instead to create the same looks? Well, I got you covered. Let's get into dupes. All right, so now let's discuss dupes. For the lipstick in the shade Amorosa, I found that the Wet n Wild High Shine lip color in the shade Close Off very closely resembled what we have in the Natasha Denona. And let me go ahead and insert a swatch photo here. And then I looked to my ColourPop Lippy Stick Stash Cup, and I thought that the shade, what is this one, Parker, also kind of closely resembled the Natasha Denona Amorosa. And let me go ahead and insert that swatch photo here. Now let's talk about, let's do the cheek palette, the Love Cheek Duo palette, which is the cream blush and that gorgeous duochrome highlighter. I got a spot on dupe for the highlighter in the Soul Body Pink Grapefruit Shimmering Body Powder. So this is definitely something that you can use on your face as well as your body. And I even have the glow oil or the body oil in this shade as well, but this is what it looks like. And let me go ahead and insert that swatch photo here. Guys, this is just so spot on. I want to say this big highlighter retails for about $12 maybe. I will have everything in the description box down below. Don't worry about that. But this is definitely more affordable and you do get way more product. Now for the cream blush, you guys know I was going to go to my e.l.f. cream blush stash. And I did. These little e.l.f. blushes retail for $6 a piece. I have all 8 shades just because I think these are really awesome. Now, I wasn't able to dupe it exactly, but I did come super, super close. And I think if you kind of just mix and match shades, I think you can get that exact shade match. But the shades that I thought closely resembled the one in the Natasha Denona Love Cheek Duo palette. It's always so hard to see the shade names. This is the Tahiti cream blush, or putty blush, I should say. That's what they're called. They're called putty blushes. And then this other one, this is more pink tone leaning. This is Bora Bora. And let me go ahead and insert that swatch photo here. As far as the eyeshadow palette is concerned, this one got me a little upset because unfortunately, I didn't have a spot on dupe. I was not able to dupe all 5 shades, and you might think it's only 5 shades. I didn't have a palette, guys, that had all 5 shades that are in this mini love palette from Natasha Denona. So just to refresh your memory, this is what her palette looks like. Really, really nice. And you would think, no, these shades are available in all palettes. Well, they're not, at least none of the ones that I had. And the very first palette that came to my mind was, of course, from Wet n Wild because they released these new 5-pan palettes. And the one I have 2 of them. This is the shade Petalette. And let me just hold them up so that you can kind of see them. Definitely some similarities, but then there are definitely some differences. I went ahead and I swatched it anyway, just because I knew it wasn't going to be spot on. But if you do have this Petalette palette from Wet n Wild, do know that you can create very similar looks as to what you could create if you had the Natasha Denona Mini Love palette. So let me go ahead and show you guys that swatch photo. Now, I also thought about the e.l.f. Bite Size palette, and this one is in the shade Rose Water. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I've used this Rosewater palette to dupe another Natasha Denona palette, and I want to say it was the Glam palette. Yeah, I believe it was that one that I got a dupe for out of this e.l.f. palette. But these are the two palettes next to each other, or on top of each other. So you can definitely see that there are some similarities, but of course there are some differences. The e.l.f. one does not have this, well, these shades at the end over here, these pink reddish shades. But let me go ahead and insert a swatch photo of these two palettes next to each other. And then I thought, my ride or die, my NYX Ultimate Utopia palette that I used for half of 2020, duping out a lot of these high-end eyeshadow palettes. I thought for sure I was going to be able to find a dupe in here. I could not find all 5 shades that are in the Mini Love palette within this huge Ultimate Utopia palette. Go figure. But I did find some that were similar, so let me go ahead and insert that swatch photo. And then last but not least, I thought, you know what? Some of you, well, a lot of you all might have picked up the holiday release from Pat McGrath. While this is way more expensive than this little Natasha Denona mini palette is, they did have some similar shades. This is the Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette. So here are those two palettes on top of each other. So you can definitely see there are some similarities there. And then I went ahead and I swatched what I thought could be shades that closely resemble the Mini Love palette. Let me go ahead and show you that photo. And that is it, guys. Those are my dupes and alternatives for this new Natasha Denona Love collection for 2021. Although I didn't find many that were spot on, I did find some that were super duper close. And guys, nobody is going to be able to tell the difference. Trust me. So that wraps up today's video, guys. Definitely leave me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Are you guys going to be buying this new Natasha Denona Love collection? Maybe you bought it already and maybe it is on your Valentine's Day wish list. Definitely leave it all in the comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. I want to say a special thank you so much for helping me reach 4K on my channel. Guys, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Actually, I do know what to say. I have 2 giveaways coming up really, really soon. Actually, this coming week, in fact. One of them I will announce, and then the other one might take a little bit longer just because what I ordered was pre-order. So that is the hint on that one. But they're going to be 2 really cool giveaways, and it is just my way of saying thank you for all the love and support this last year and a half that I've been on YouTube. It's just been a really, really fun ride. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.